Well, to be completely honest, I never thought I would be making this video. During the build-up of this fight, I was legit praying that Alex Pereira would flying knee Ankalaev within the first 2 rounds. I wanted nothing more. But at the end of the day, Big Ank actually saved the day. He saved the UFC from making one of its biggest mistakes ever. And I'm happy Alex Pereira lost. Well, not happy, but I can live with it. And here's why. So right after Alex Pereira lost to Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313, we found out that if Alex Pereira were to win that fight, the UFC was going to make Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira for the heavyweight belt. That's right, you heard me correctly. They were going to make that fight for the heavyweight belt and just completely leave out Tom Aspinall, the interim champion of that division. Tom Aspinall has been the heavyweight interim champion for more than 500 days. He got the belt in 2023, which was 2 years ago, and he still hasn't fought for the light heavyweight, real belt. He even has a title defense on the interim belt, and this is the first time that this has ever happened in the UFC. And the UFC was just going to leave Tom Aspinall out of the entire equation and make Alex Pereira versus Jon Jones. And let's be honest, I'm one of the biggest Alex Pereira fans ever, but even I know how that fight would end. Jon Jones would just take Alex down and then submit him in the first round just like he did to Cyril Gane. Sure, maybe there's a 25% chance if Alex Pereira absolutely slept him with the left hook. That could happen, but most likely it wouldn't. And then after Jon Jones hypothetically beat Alex Pereira, he would have just retired, and then he would have retired on top without getting any type of karma. And if you somehow didn't know, Jon Jones is an extremely bad guy in real life. He has done so many awful things to people, it's actually just kind of insane. I don't know how this guy has fans. But anyways, since Big Ank saved the day and beat Alex Pereira, that means there's nowhere left for Jon Jones to run. He has to fight the interim champion, Tom Aspinall. And I think we all know how that fight is going to end, with Jon Jones unconscious on the floor, with Tom Aspinall winning the fight. But to be fair, there is a chance that Jon Jones could beat Tom Aspinall. Jon Jones has incredible battle IQ, but he is a lot older now. He's slower. He doesn't even have knockout power, so he'd have to submit Tom Aspinall, which I don't know if he would be able to get a takedown on him. He could, but Tom Aspinall is a big guy. I just think the fight would end with Tom Aspinall flatlining Jon Jones. I hope that happens too. I really do. But it might not, but it's probably going to. This is just 100% proof that Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall. He was going to fight Alex Pereira. He even called out Jamal Hill a couple months ago when he was going to fight 42-year-old Stipe. He is 100% ducking Jon Jones, and Jon Jones still has fans saying, Jon Jones isn't afraid of anyone. He's afraid of Tom Aspinall. And again, since Big Ank beat Alex Pereira, there's just no one for Jon Jones to fight, so he has to fight Tom Aspinall. And yes, it does suck that Alex Pereira lost to Ankalaev. It does. But I am 100% confident that Alex Pereira is going to win the rematch. Because if you didn't know, going into that fight, Alex Pereira had a broken hand and something called a neurovirus. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds pretty bad. But he had all these injuries, and it was still an extremely close fight. He arguably beat Ankalaev. Personally, I don't think so, but I can see how some people would think that Alex Pereira won that fight. So considering he had all these injuries, and it was still an incredibly close fight, when they have their rematch in August, hopefully Alex Pereira doesn't have anything broken, and he just beats the hell out of Ankalaev, which I think is going to happen. He fought like he had a broken hand, and it's not an excuse. I know it's kind of ironic that I'm saying, oh, Alex only lost because he had a broken hand, because I always make fun of Umar fans for saying that, oh, he lost to Merab because he had a broken hand. But Alex Pereira didn't use his broken hand as an excuse. You didn't even figure out until weeks later that his hand was broken. And he didn't even say anything. It was Joe Rogan who said it, and then Ariel asked Pereira about it, and then he just confirmed it. He never said that's the reason he lost. Whereas with the Umar fight, you literally found out right after the fight happened. Khabib took a picture and then posted it online and saying, Umar broke his hand in the first exchange. Which, isn't it always funny how when someone breaks their hand or breaks their jaw or does anything that's going to affect the rest of the fight, it's always in the first round, most of the time in the first exchange? That just sounds like a bunch of excuses since it's always the first round. But like also, come on Alex, why do you get beat up so much before you go into your fights? With the Khalil Roundtree fight, he was also sick, had broken ribs, broken toes, and all this stuff. Just don't get hurt before the fights. Don't overwork yourself. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's training so hard, he just has all these injuries for the fights. And another reason I think why Pereira is going to absolutely destroy Ankalaev in the rematch is because Ankalaev shot 12 takedowns in that fight, and he got 0. So knowing that Pereira can stop Ankalaev's takedowns now, I'm pretty sure Pereira is just going to open up more on the feet and then just be more confident in general that he can beat Ankalaev. And I really think he's going to. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who's going to win that rematch? And while we're at it, just say who you think is going to win between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall. And if you say Jon Jones, you're casual. I know Alex Pereira also said if he beat Ankalaev, he was just going to also call out Uzilk, the heavyweight boxing champion right now. But to be honest, I'm not that excited if that fight were to happen because it's boxing. And boxing just kind of, I might get some hate here, but boxing is kind of lame compared to the UFC. Oh, let's just punch with our hands. Where's the kicks? All jokes aside though, I do see why people like boxing. And that's pretty much it. That's how Big Ink saved the UFC from making one of its biggest mistakes. If Alex won, and they did that Jon Jones fight, the UFC would be the biggest joke ever. It would just turn into boxing, where all the top guys don't want to fight each other. Oh, I don't want to fight that guy. Jon Jones is a diva for doing that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about the entire situation. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe. I have 2 other UFC videos about how I think Dricus du Plessis is going to beat Khamzat Chimaev, and how I think Charles Oliveira is going to beat Islam Makhachev if that fight happens. It probably won't, but if it does, I do think Charles has a very good chance of doing it, and a lot of people are just sleeping on him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.